Hi, I'm Zach, and this is Challenger Vedic Astrology and Tarot. Welcome to the channel. Alright, this is the 2025 New Year's prediction for Aquarius, Ascendant, Moon, and Sun signs. And if you like this video, damn it. Alright, if you like this video, be sure to like and subscribe. It really helps out me and the channel. To be notified whenever I release a new video, be sure to hit the bell icon and select all. And if you'd like a Vedic Sidereal birth chart, a personal tarot reading, or an astrology consultation, the links to those will be in the description box and the comments below. And if you'd like to donate to help support the channel, the links to those will be in the description box as well. Okay, Aquarius. So, we're going to talk about the 4 slower moving major planets first, and their transits this year. So that's Jupiter, Saturn, Rahu, and Ketu. After that, we're going to talk about your tarot cards. I'm going to pull 4 cards. Each one's going to represent 3 months of the year, although the first card, most of January's over at this point. The final card is going to be the overall energy of the year / outcome. And then we're going to pull 2 different oracle messages with the Kipper Oracle cards clarified by the Teacup Oracles. Okay, so let's talk about Jupiter. So Jupiter is going to remain in Taurus up until mid-May. Okay, so Taurus is your, 4th house. Okay, so Jupiter in your 4th house as your 11th and 2nd lord. Now, that tells me, first off, you've been making money, at least to some degree, from home. Now, that could be through a side hustle, that could be through just posting stuff on eBay, could even be through real estate, maybe even doing Uber Eats and DoorDash, that kind of thing. But you would have been making some money from home. Also, you would have been having large gatherings, like parties, or just having friends over pretty often at your home while Jupiter's been in Taurus. You also would have been having family over to your house, with Jupiter being the 2nd lord of family in the 4th house of home. For some of you, maybe an elder sibling or a friend even moved in with you. That could even have been the case. Or a paternal aunt or uncle. Now, Jupiter in the 4th house, though. Your mother has been in good health, although mother may have gained some weight, either fat or muscle. Jupiter can show either. Things have been good when it comes to vehicles, when it comes to home. You may have even gained a new car, a new home during this time. But there would have been a lot more comfort and happiness with Jupiter being in that 4th house. Okay. But Jupiter is going to be moving into the 5th house. So, with Jupiter moving there into the sign of Gemini, let's see, that's going to be from mid-May to the end of the year and beyond. So, here, if you don't have children, you can definitely have children during this time. If you don't want that, wrap up, use birth control. You're adults, you'll figure it out. Hopefully. Okay. Now, if you already have children, your relationship with your children is going to improve during this time. Jupiter is a natural benefic. So, for the most part, Jupiter is going to help that situation. But, like I said, with your mother back when Jupiter was in Taurus, one thing you will notice is one of your children, or more than one, could start gaining weight. Once again, fat or muscle. Now, with this, we also see 11th Lord of Stock Market and Gains is now in the 5th house of speculative gains through stock market, through gambling, through business. So, definitely we see financial gains being possible. Now, that does not mean go out and spend your life savings trying to win the lottery. No, don't be a fucking idiot. But for some of you, you could have placements to win the lottery. But we're going to assume that most of you aren't. This is a general reading. I'm not looking at your specific birth chart. You could have placements that show you lose it all while gambling, so don't do that. Okay. But you can have some gains through that. In particular, investing. Investing in stocks can be very good during this time. Or, gaining from stocks that you already had during this time. But one thing that you'll see with this, 5th house is fun and games. It's the 11th Lord of Friends. So, you might be having more fun with friends with the 11th Lord in the 5th house. Same thing with your elder siblings as well. Now, another thing you'll see, an elder sibling may get married or begin a relationship. Because now the 11th Lord is 7 houses away from itself. You may even notice a friend gets married or something. Or begins a relationship. But 5th house is also education. So you're going to receive more education during this time, for sure. Because Jupiter represents education. Jupiter represents teachers. And now it's in the 5th house of education. So definitely you're going to learn something. Whether you go to, school, college, or not. You are going to be learning. Okay. But now let's talk about Saturn. So Saturn is going to be in Aquarius. That's your 1st house. Up until the end of March. So these first, remaining, 2 months? Saturn in the 1st house. So things have been very difficult for you, personally. You've been under a lot of strain. Saturn's the heaviest of karma. Now that karma's been on your head. You've been restricted. You've been feeling like you have boundaries that you just can't break out of. Responsibility and hard work. Maybe even health issues. 12th Lord of Hospitals has been in the 1st house of body. You may have been dealing with losses as well. Okay. So, that is going to ease up though. Because now Saturn's going to move into your 2nd house. Now, some things that you'll see with this. 1, Saturn is your 12th Lord of investments in the 2nd house of earnings. So you can earn through your investments. But there is a flip side to this. And that is Saturn is the 12th Lord of loss in the 2nd house of earnings, savings, finances, and bank account. So, definitely, you can incur financial losses. You need to be careful financially. Saturn is saying be responsible. Jupiter's going to show gains. But don't be irresponsible. Like throwing your life savings away. Trying to win the lottery. Don't do that. But Saturn can show that there could be some hardship when it comes to your finances and when it comes to your family. And Saturn's showing you have to be responsible and you have to work hard so that you don't face a bunch of losses when it comes to this. Okay. Now, that's what we see with Saturn primarily. Now, let's talk about Rahu and Ketu. So, Rahu is going to be in Pisces up until mid-May. Same thing with Ketu. Well, Ketu will be in Virgo. But let's see. So that's Rahu's in your 2nd house. Ketu's been in your 8th house. So, Rahu in the 2nd house. You've had a strong desire and obsession towards making money, towards spending time with family. Because that's what Rahu does. But Rahu is deceptive. You could have been deceived when it came to money. You could have been deceived by a financial institution like a bank. When it came to money, you could have been deceived. You could have even had a family member who deceived you. With this, Rahu is poisons. Rahu is infectious diseases and things like that. So, with Rahu in the second house of food and drink, the things you eat and drink while Rahu has been in Pisces could have affected your health. They could have been bad for you. So we see that as well. Now, Ketu has been in your 8th house. That shows either a physical, mental, or emotional disconnect with your in-laws. Now, on the flip side, if you just got married, just met your in-laws, one thing you can see is you may feel a strong past life connection with them. That can also be seen. Like, you could feel like you already know this person. Or these people. From the moment you meet. But when it comes to getting like a good tax return. Sorry, but while Ketu's in the 8th house, don't expect that. It's very unlikely, unless you have very good, past life karma that's, helping you out there. Otherwise, Ketu's going to break, the odds of that. Same thing with inheritance. Like, for instance, if, family members of you died while Ketu's been in the 8th house, then you may not have been able to get an inheritance. Same thing with other people's money. When it came to joint finances, you wouldn't have really had access to that while Ketu's been in the 8th house. But now, Rahu and Ketu are going to move. So Rahu is moving into your ascendant, or your first house from the moon, from the sun. Ketu's going to move into Leo, your 7th house. So Rahu in the first house. Well, Rahu is smoke and mirrors. Now smoke and mirrors are right in front of your eyes. They're right on your head. So, Rahu creates confusion here. There's a lot of desire. Now, Rahu, the head without a body, is now in the first house of the body. So Rahu has a body again when it's in the first house. So what's Rahu going to want to do? Rahu's going to want to be more physically active. Rahu's going to want to improve physical health. Now, whether or not you will do good things for your health while Rahu is in the first house, that's going to depend on a number of factors, like Ashtik Varga, the factors in your individual birth chart. Now, right before that happens, though, I forgot to mention, Rahu is going to be in Pisces with Saturn from beginning of April to mid-March. That month and a half, you have 2 major malefics in your second house. So, expect major issues with family or finances with Rahu and Saturn in that second house for that month and a half. Be prepared. There can definitely be a big issue with that. Alright. But now, let's talk about Ketu in the 7th house. So, Ketu in the 7th house. 7th house is relationships, marriage, business partner, business partnership. It's the masses, all the people you meet out in the world. So, you're going to be feeling a disconnect with other people. You're going to feel like other people like you don't connect with them. You just don't understand them. You don't get them. When it comes to your business partner, you may have a disconnect with your business partner. Same thing with a spouse or someone you're in a relationship with. There could be a breakup or a divorce here. Now, that is not for everyone. Remember, this can be physical, mental, or emotional. You can have a mental and emotional disconnect and still be married to someone. But there are other things that can happen with this as well. There could be like a situation where your spouse has to travel for work or something like that. Where for some reason, you and your spouse can't be together for a little bit. Like, something like that could happen. Like, let's say your mother-in-law has some health issue going on. Now your spouse wants to travel, live with them for a little bit, help your mother-in-law with, whatever health issue she's having. Those kinds of things can be seen with this. But for those that aren't in a relationship, you could begin a relationship with someone that you have a strong past life connection with. You could feel like you already know the person from the moment you meet. On the flip side, you're going to be headless when it comes to relationships, because Ketu is headless. So, now you have a headless body having to make decisions when it comes to relationships. How do you think that's going to go? Not good. So, you can choose the wrong people to be in relationships with. You can make dumb decisions in your marriage. These are the kinds of things that we can see. And remember, Rahu's clouding your judgment already, being on the head. So, be very careful with this, especially when it comes to relationships. Alright, but now let's talk about your tarot cards. I don't remember if I mentioned how I'm doing the tarot. So, did I? Oh well, we'll get into it. Anyways, I'm pulling 5 cards. The first 4 are going to represent 3 months of the year each, although January is mostly over. The 5th card is the final outcome, overall energy, and then I'm going to pull 2 oracle messages. Okay, but let's see what's coming up. Okay, so we have the Queen of Pentacles for January, February, March. Mostly February, March at this point. But Queen of Pentacles is self-care. Makes sense. Saturn in the first house, having to be responsible about your physical health. But this can also be tied to finances. Queen of Pentacles can be very good financially and in the material world. That makes sense also with Rahu in your second house. Now, April, May, June. This is going to be when Jupiter, Rahu, and Ketu all move. And after Saturn has already moved. So really, all 4. Now, 7 of Cups is here. Confusion. What did I say about Rahu moving into the first house? Smoke and mirrors. Okay, so confusion. But 7 of Cups can also be opportunities. Now, what those opportunities are, we'll see when I pull cards on it. Now, we also have the King of Wands for July, August, and September. Okay, so being more passionate, being bold, being confident. Now, regarding what? I'm not sure. We'll see when I clarify. Okay, October, November, December, 7 of Wands. So 7 of Wands can represent either being defensive and not wanting to deal with something, like blocking it out, or 7 of Wands can be being the king of the hill, kind of wanting to defend your position. Now, I'm inclined to think it's the latter because we have the 6 of Wands for the overall energy for this year, / outcome. So 6 of Wands is victory. Victory, getting attention, being recognized. So let's see what this is all about. Why the Queen of Pentacles for January, February, March? Okay. 4 of Pentacles, King of Cups, death. Alright. So, there's someone that you've been holding on to. Relationship-wise, I'm assuming. Could be family. Could be a friend, even. But, we have death here. So, death doesn't have to be a literal death. This could just be an ending that took place. 9 of Pentacles. You're now alone, single. If this hasn't already happened, for some of you, this could take place. Remember, Ketu is going to move in the 7th house. That can show a break in a relationship. Now, that doesn't mean for every Aquarius person it's going to show that. But it can show it. Okay. Now, let's see the 7 of Cups for April, May, June. Wow. Okay. So, for the Seven of Cups, we have Eight of Wands, Six of Cups, the Emperor. Okay, so lots of opportunities here for communicating with someone you have a strong soul connection with. Now, this could be romantic, this could be a friend, this could be a family member. Now, let's see. Like I said, Jupiter is moving into your fifth house. Fifth house is the house of romance. We have the Eight of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So, I do see you working on this, building up to this. So, for some of you, yeah, April, May, June looks like a strong time for romance. Okay. I'm definitely leaning romance with that. Now, for others of you, this could be confusion. This could be opportunities for communication, specifically tied to children. The reason I mention that is Six of Cups, especially on this Six of Cups, we have an older man and a child. So that could be like father and son. But Six of Cups can be nostalgia. It could be like thinking about your past. But in this case, Six of Cups with the Emperor, that could be like becoming a father, becoming a parent. Whether you're man or woman, doesn't matter. With Jupiter in the fifth house of children, for some of you this could be talks about having children. Okay. So, why the King of Wands for July, August, September? Okay. Nine of Wands, Three of Wands, Ten of Swords. Oh boy. Okay. So there's someone here that you kind of have a wall up against where there was a painful ending, possibly a betrayal. It looks like this, maybe for a long time you were waiting on something from this person. Could be it's someone, waiting for something when it comes to you. Page of Wands at the bottom of the deck. I'm getting this person was immature. Now we have a Page of Wands representing a King of Wands. On the flip side, this could be someone that you had a child with. Okay. I'm getting that you still have no interest in dealing with that person, though, with that Nine of Wands being there. Now, why the Seven of Wands right after that? Let's see the Seven of Wands. Okay. Never mind. Seven of Wands is definitely defending yourself. So, Page of Pentacles, Seven of Swords, Three of Swords. There's some real world communication here. Page of Pentacles is real world, material world. Tied to a betrayal, deception, and heartbreak. Now, Page of Pentacles is also learning something. Now, tied to the Seven of Swords, Three of Swords, it could be learning how someone betrayed you, and that led to heartbreak. Now, this is showing up towards the end of the year. Could be that you're rethinking, thinking about something from the past, but this could be something that's taking place in that year. Now, I don't like the Seven of Wands with the Page of Pentacles. That tells me that you are going to be resisting learning from how you were betrayed and the heartbreak that it caused there. But we have the Eight of Cups at the bottom of the deck. There was some kind of emotional disconnect there, for sure. Or will be. Okay, so why the Six of Wands? Why this feeling of victory? Nine of Cups, Ten of Wands, the Moon. Okay, so definitely some kind of emotional wish coming true. It's been very difficult. Ten of Wands is extreme difficulty. And we have the Moon there. This is hidden. So I'm not even being told what this is. But it is something where you're going to be feeling victorious by the end of that year. At the very least, emotionally. But we do have the Empress at the bottom of the deck. Now, it's interesting. We also had a opportunity with an Emperor here. Now, I don't care if you're male, female, straight, gay, lesbian, bisexual. I don't care. The sex of the cards doesn't matter. I am seeing a match here between you and another person. A more mature person. Not saying there's an age difference here. Just saying that King of Wands, that was really a Page of Wands you were dealing with. I see someone better for you. That you're talking to that year. Now, for others of you, this could be becoming a parent. The Empress, especially in this card, is depicted as a pregnant woman. And the Empress represents growth, motherhood. So, definitely there can be a strong theme of having children. And if you don't want that, be a responsible adult and leave me out of it. Okay. Alright. Well, now let's see your oracle message, Aquarius. Let's see here. Okay. So, we have despair, main female, and wealthy men. So, a couple things here. One, I do see some despair between you and a person that you're in a relationship with. Now, I'm not going to restrict it to a straight couple. I'd say, even if you're LGBT. I do see despair in a relationship here. Now, we also have wealthy men. So, I get wealthy men as a financial increase. But with despair, especially with the not hiring sign in the back of the card, for some of you, there's been financial strain. Like I said, Saturn in the second house can definitely show that. Well, Saturn's been in your first house, but it is your 12th lord of loss, and then it's going to move into the second house of your bank account and finances. So, loss kind of continuing as a theme, but Jupiter is trying to help now that it's the 11th lord in the 5th. There will be some financial increase with that. And Saturn is trying to help you work hard towards making more money. So, there should be an increase. Now, we also have privileged lady, occupation, and community. So, something about a privileged, maybe well-off financially woman, whether that's you or someone you know, possibly someone you're getting into a relationship with. Occupation and community, though. This could be someone you work with. This could be someone, Well, yeah, I'd say someone you work with is really what I'm inclined to think with this. Okay, but let's clarify and dig a bit deeper with these. So why despair? Okay. Rose, romance is in the air. And bridge, successfully overcoming a problem. Okay. So, you're going to be overcoming a problem when it comes to romance. Alright, why main female? Cup, you should accept valid criticism. And success. Okay. So, there is going to be some criticism. Now, I'm not sure how that's tied to this exactly, but I do see you finding success. Maybe somebody is giving you some advice that you may not, have been open to hearing before, tied to this relationship. But I do see it leading to success overall when it comes to romance. Okay, now it's either coming from this main female, or once again, you are this main female. Why this wealthy man? Desk, pay attention to your work. And Lily, spiritual love. Okay, so definitely you need to focus on work, focus on your finances. things with relationships are going to improve when you start to do that. But also, I am getting something tied to possibly a relationship with someone that you work with, or meeting someone at work or through work. Let's see, why privileged lady here? Okay. We have older man, dealings or relationships with an older man. And we have stork, news of a birth or a new business opportunity. If you don't want kids, you know what to do. Okay. Now, for those of you who aren't dealing with that, there could be some kind of business opportunity here or a career opportunity. Now, could be meeting someone. With it being the older man card, though, there could be an age difference between you and this person. That's pretty significantly shown at this point. By occupation. Dragon, beware of self-delusion. And cobweb, protected from negative forces beyond your control. Okay. So, don't delude yourself when it comes to your work. But also, dragon is a symbol of a few different constellations or nakshatras. Those are Ashlesha, Purvabhadrapada, and Uttarabhadrapada. So, Uttarabhadrapada is tied to secrecy. It's tied to crime. Ashlesha is tied to manipulation. So, I would say there could be someone you can't trust at work. There's a possibility of that. But I do see you being protected from that. Okay. Let's see, why community? Okay. Bat, take care, enemies are working against you. And we have bull, do not back down from opposition, show strength and fortitude. Okay. So, there is somebody here that you can't trust in your community. This could be a coworker, this could be a friend. Could even be a family member, maybe. Now, let's see. There's not a lot tied to your 6th house right now. We do see a disconnect that could possibly happen in a relationship. So this could be tied to, the relationship issues I see a lot of Aquarius people dealing with here. I'm going to pull an extra card on that. Now, this could be someone in your work that's trying to manipulate you. Maybe. Well, let's see. We have moon, changes in your life. Okay, so that is going to change. So that's not remaining the case. Okay, that's good. Alright. Well, that's what I have for you, Aquarius. If you like this video, be sure to like and subscribe. It really helps out me in the channel. To be notified whenever I release a new video, be sure to hit the bell icon and select all. If you'd like a Vedic Sidereal birth chart, a personal tarot reading, or an astrology consultation, links to those will be in the description box and the comments below. And if you'd like to donate to help support the channel, the links to those will be in the description box as well. Alright, thanks for watching, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.